Hello and welcome to the FlyQuest versus Counterlogic Gaming VOD review. This is for week 7 of the LCS 2019 summer split. So let's take a look. I have up here the draft. That's where we're going to start. So let's jump right into it. So they banned Irelia. We banned Yuumi. They banned Jace. We banned Sona. They banned Victor. We banned not Karma. We banned not Karma. We banned Riven. And then they first picked Karma. And we countered with Jarvan and Lux. Lux is kind of like another OP support up there with the Yuumi Sonas. So she usually goes in the first phase of most drafts. And Rakan and Xayah are like the other pretty good bot laners right now. Tom Kench is another good bot laner right now. So anyway, we opted for the Jarvan Lux. Because when they have Lux and Karma, it's kind of annoying. We played against some of that during the week, and we just didn't really want to deal with it. But there's ways around it, and also we particularly the draft evolved pretty rapidly. They picked Xayah Rakan, and so we never thought that Karma was going to be going support after that. So that kind of removes a lot of questions. When teams don't flex it to the support lane, then it's basically only top lane, right? And mid lane. So that took care of that question mark. And we picked Sivir in response to the Xayah Rakan lane. So. Pardon me. Now I'm choking on my coffee. All right. So we ended up with our bot lanes and a jungler. They ended up with a bot lane and a top laner. Then they banned Diana and Kiana. We banned Azir and Sejuani. Sejuani is kind of like another OP jungler up there with Jarvan. And I don't think they really cared because I don't think they played a lot of Sejuani. And they're pretty happy with Rek'Sai into Jarvan, as you can see in their past games. So that was maybe a mistake on our part. Probably should have banned Rek'Sai. I think actually it might have been called, but Anyway, what we decided to do was ban Sejuani, which was kind of the plan, and or like the more powerful pick according to the meta, right? Even if Rek'Sai probably was the better ban here. And then we picked Ryze because we knew we were going to counter the Karma with Ryze at this point. And they picked their jungler, and then they picked a blind mid laner in Corki because we'd banned the Azir, and then we counterpicked it with Cassio. Obviously, a good pick into Corki. And I felt really bad here for Poelter because I remember one time he prepared a blind pick against TSM that was super meta at the time, which was a Nivea. He'd prepared a counter pick versus TSM at the time for our main blind, which was Vladimir, and he picked a Nivea. And everybody was playing a Nivea as a counter to Vladimir. And then we prepared specifically to play against that counter and just not be countered by it. And we had a game plan around it. And then it worked. We weren't countered by it. And it was really sad for Pavelter. And in this game, I felt bad again because I think that he's such an amazing player and such an amazing guy and probably a pretty good teammate from everything I've heard about him. Everybody says he has the work ethic of the most insane work ethic and the most insane intensity and drive to win. And so here he is blind picking mid for his team because his team is on blue side. And then we counter pick him. And he knows that he's going to have a really hard game in front of him. So kudos to that guy and salute, man. Because here we go. He just got counter picked by Power of Evil on Corki with Cassio. All right, so getting to the game. I'm going to just fast forward it here. So this was very unfortunate. Here we went level 1 for the Tribush, and then he's like, haha, here I am. Boink. Gets out. Anyway, that was pretty tragic and hilarious. Whatever. At least we didn't flash for it. And then we know we get the wards. Mid lane starts. Their jungler starts red. Our jungler starts red. Their jungler takes Raptors. We take blue. And Gromp, he takes... Okay, so he's doing a crazy start, right? He's doing red, Raptors, Golems. I think it's red, Golems, Raptors is the normal start, but maybe it's different with Rek'Sai because the AoE. I'm not really sure in the level. I don't really know the jungle paths specific to each champion. But anyway, I would assume since it's Santorin and he likes to do the most efficient thing, he's doing that. Jarvan goes red to bot side, and then he goes back top. And then Rek'Sai's coming in, but he sees the races are gone, and we don't see Rek'Sai. Scary stuff there. So Ray is basically playing blind right now. Although, because he's such a good reader of enemy jungles, he knows pretty much where he is, and now that he's doing the bot crab and there's no Rek'Sai in sight, he knows that he's on top crab. Way to go, Ray. Goes here in bases. I remember this point. It was like pretty high pressure for the bot lane because they don't know if we're going to 3-man dive or not. They assume no because that'd be crazy. And we're not crazy, so we don't. The counter pick's working out decently. He wards right when Rek'Sai shows up. Looks like Karma pinged that ward. Pretty good synergy from them. Rek'Sai is really good into Ryze. Ryze just has to flash. Doesn't have a lot of like movement stuff. And if two people are running on him, he can... Like, Rek'Sai is really good at tunneling behind him, basically. Basically, immobile mages in the top lane are pretty exposed to Rek'Sai. Especially on red side Rek'Sai, ganking from Tribush, but also on blue side Rek'Sai, he can, like, go over this little thing and come that way. So, yeah, it's pretty nasty. Okay, so Rek'Sai goes back to his jungle, goes bot. Ray clears his top, swings through mid. Gets a W and a chunk. The counter pick's going well so far. Not like super well, obviously, but no solo kills. It's not going to happen, hopefully, against a good player like Pobelter. All right, so Pobelter TP's back to lane. Rek'Sai ganks top, and Ruin does the outplay of the century. Actually, I want you to see this on ProView. It's pretty sick. So what's the timer on this? 15:46. I think that he could have flashed on him, Santorin, but he did not. And I don't think he expected him to do this. It's actually disgusting. So anyway, watch Ruin's point of view. He sees Rek'Sai now. Bam. Want to see it again? Watch Santorin's point of view. Isn't that hilarious? So Ruin basically sees the boundary of his W snare, knows if he gets snared, it cancels the ulti, so he flashes out of the snare, walks into the bush, and poof, away he goes. So, pretty sick execution by Ruin, keeps up the pressure, and loses his flash and doesn't die. Let's go back to 2x. All right, fast forward. Santorin just showed top. Look what Ray does. Boom, free ocean, baby. So this is kudos to our mid lane and our bot lane counter picks. Actually, I don't know if bot lane was a counter pick. Sorry, it's just like Trevor playing Sivir well. So we have Prio on our support here. He already based and he's coming back. And this guy's, and Stixay is 1v2 in the lane, keeping an equal push. And Cassiopeia is building a wave right now mid. And just cleared ahead of time of Corki. And is now going to the river, and the wave is pushed. So if you see here, Corki had to seed the push. Watch what happens mid right now. Okay, you see the way the minions going in to the tower? That means Corki didn't get them. That means Cassio got them and zoned off Corki and is getting this free catch. So for these 7 seconds or 6 seconds, Corki's going to be clearing this wave. And meanwhile, like Santorin just showed top, and our support is here first from base with new items, while their support is still basing, does not have any items. And yeah, so essentially this is just really good. This is what we did not do versus Team Liquid, by the way, if you're wondering. what we worked on all week. So, excellent play from CLG. If you remember against Team Liquid, we ganked top and they got Drake. So, kind of a backward situation. Okay. So, skipping along. Rek'Sai comes bot. Ray comes bot 2. He's kind of marking him. Cassiopeia has move here. So, Rek'Sai is really smart. He's coming through bot, which should be kind of like, so we can drag Wadid with him. Ray's really smart. He comes through mid lane, which is our strong point. Gets that there. And comes bot. Oop, finds a ward. Misses the other one. They want to clear out this pink so Sivir can do the thing that Sivir does. Here goes Sivir doing the Sivir thing. All right, great. Santorin comes. Top side. Ryze is gankable and Karma is easy setup, and Ruin kind of sees him and then thinks he can get the CS but can't and dies. So that's unfortunate. We've been in a lot of situations though with a fed Karma, and she's really good in team fights, but still loses the side lane to Ryze. So Ruin here is not too worried because his champion is better for pressure. Like, he wins 1v1 later, period. It's just that he's never going to be good in team fights. So if he has a lead, he's going to be good in team fights, and Karma's going to be so-so. But when they're equal, when Karma's ahead, she's going to be good in team fights, but she's always going to be better in team fights than Ryze, unless Ryze has a massive lead. But Ryze was picked for the split push pressure, so that Ryze can always have pressure and group first. So then, hopefully, there's no team fights. You know what I mean? It's a pretty resilient pick, it seems. You will see in this lane, in this game, because Ruin took that death for us, so you can see it working out. All right, so we start dragging here, and both top laners have TP, and we basically win this off of our counter pick mid. So this pressure is able to be held because Lux again comes back from base first. Here you can see Jarvan got deep vision. Rakan was... Oh, wait, no. Looks like Rakan was in base, and now he's mid first. Lux just arrived in mid too, so they arrived at the same time. So their timing is together. Their bot lane is not there. That doesn't matter yet. So it's just kind of a standoff in mid, but Cassiopeia is pretty scary, so they're afraid of face checking, even though they're 3v3. So I guess they think that they lose the 3v3 here. They must think that. Otherwise, they would fight. But they must think, okay, there's 3 of us, 3 of them, so we lose. They know that Sivir's moving. Look at the ping. So smart of them. Yeah, so they see Sivir got the push and is moving now, and they ping her and they back off. So they know Sivir's coming, so good of them. All right, so they don't necessarily think that they lose, but I was wondering why they played passive at this point. But I guess it's just because they saw Sivir. All right, so then we get to keep the vision, and then we get to contest the vision and Tribrush, and then we get to go back up onto our vision. So as soon as they see Lux bottom, they're like, ooh, and they go take the vision, and we give it, which is smart, because Lux is bot, and they have 3. But now Lux is back, and we saved that pink, and we just decided to do this, 50-50. But Rek'Sai doesn't go for the steal, so good for that. And Tristan just gave his wave. So it's really important, by the way, if you ever see a mid laner doing this. Like, look, Tristan just decided now Corki gets this push. So every single other wave, Tristan has pushed first and forced Corki to here. Now Corki's going to push first, and Tristan is going to have to go catch, and then Corki can do whatever he wants. He can base, he can go gank, he can roam, he can go top and kill somebody. So giving this pressure is the thing I was talking about that Crown and Tristan are really good at not doing, and that's why they're like unspoken heroes, right? That the more times that you give the opposing mid laner the ability to do this, the more times that they can impact the map. And Crown is really good at not doing that. And PoE is really good at not doing that. This time, obviously, we're cashing it in for Dragon, so I just want you to notice, like, Corki is going to be able to do something here. So what is Pobelter going to do with his free move on the board? He can... Okay, he's taking a plate. So he takes 1 plate of gold, and then he stays in lane? Yeah, so he stays in lane for the next crash. And it's an equal crash. Let's see who wins the push. It's an equal crash and push is equal. So he doesn't really net any pressure out of it. And then he gets a base, and they base equally. So maybe he could have gone for vision or a roam, or maybe it was good to take a plate. Only time will tell. We're an expert at mid lane. Sometimes all that a bishop can do is move sideways 1 square, because that's the only sensible move. All right, so here we go out. And still the map is not really like opened up. Where plates are down now. Herald was never taken, which is bad. We should have taken Herald after the Drake play here. Actually, we should have taken Herald probably back at 10 minutes. But anyway, Drake came up, so we prioritized Drake. We got the second Ocean. Here we shifted top to stop their Herald. They weren't doing it. That's why Lux went into the top side, usually. Okay, we TP bot. Is a 3-man? Yeah, Jarvan is like nowhere near. Okay, so Jarvan doesn't need to be a part of this dive anymore, so he just ganks mid, gets the kill there. All right, so the game's pretty much blown open. Now we have the turret on bot, so now we can just put Ryze down there and go top side, take the next turret. So let's see what happens. We actually put our duo mid. Now Ryze goes bot. Okay, so now we're playing a standard game. So the game should accelerate pretty swiftly. We should take top turret first, then we should take mid turret. It should take about 5 waves to do this, and at least that's, I think, what this team is averaging at in scrims. And obviously on stage, teams play worse and they play slow. So here's the second wave. Or is this even the first wave? Okay, so we take the top turret in like 1 wave almost. And then we should... Okay, then Ryze is catching. They're hovering him bot, or they're having Corki bot, so that's kind of scary. All right, so now we should take mid turret. Okay, we don't walk up to hit here. Cassiopeia doesn't have a really good push, and Karma's missing, so that's smart. Now here Cassiopeia is pushing. Okay. We really need to get this crab. They get the crab. That's super unfortunate. Now Cassiopeia is pushing. Now she should move to mid lane. And we should take the turret. Karma should catch top. Okay, here goes Karma. She's catching top. Okay, do we hit the turret? And we get the turret. Ryze comes up too. Cool. All right, there we go, guys. 5 waves. Exactly. Actually, 5 waves exactly. 1930 to 22. 1 wave every 30 seconds. Boom. Okay, so now we should do the same thing, and we should play for tier 2s. So we should take top tier 2 and mid tier 2. And we should set up deep vision in their bot side jungle. And, oh, we have to pause for Drake. So we set up Ryze top for Drake with TP. Cassio stays bottom and never resets because she doesn't need to. Okay, we take... Nope, we don't take Drake. Okay, we reset. Here's the mid lane. Okay, they sack mid to do Drake. So Sivir leaves, insta pushes and comes. And we should just fight them here and kill them all. They're basically giving up the bot wave and the mid wave to do this Drake. Smart of them. And then we need to punish it. So we punish it by making them not be able to catch these waves. So we either keep split pushing and we fight 4v5 and we like tease them and we try to steal and we let Ryze just keep pushing. Or he TP's in and we fight it. So it looks like the call's made to TP in and fight it instead of hit top tower. If he's Jace, maybe he just hits top tower here. You know what I mean? But he's Ryze, so I really think this is bad execution. I think that our combo of Jarvan and Cassiopeia should kill them all here. So essentially, Jarvan is like way too deep right now, for one. It's too late. We already gave up position, so it's hard to 50-50 the Drake right now. We should like kill these people or kill these people or maybe kill these people. Okay, so anyway, right now we need a Jarvan ulti, Cassio W combo. So there's a Jarvan ulti. We need Cassio W on it, so none of them can escape it. And then we should just like kill them all. But instead, Cassia W's right here because she's kind of getting zoned by a little bit and isn't really comboing well with Ray because it's not talked about. She's trying to get Viper. Yeah, I don't know. I would say Ray was kind of like playing a little bit on the wrong side because he was going for the Drake too, and Cassia was not paying enough attention to what Ray was doing and probably should have been looking for this in this combo and like risked. She has flash, so she should risk more of her life and more of maybe getting chunked and more of some dangerous engage, maybe just to get the W combo with his ulti if Ray knew he was going to ulti. So yeah, just communication. Trevor's zone too, so that's bad. Like we have a nice concave, but we don't have the right comp for this kind of concave. We want like Lucian and Tom Kench and I don't know, that's the right champion. And I don't know, Aatrox and Jarvan for this kind of like concave around. Jace. Ezreal, let's see, Ezreal, Tom Kench, Cassiopeia, Jace, Jarvan, and this would be like disgusting setup. But instead it's like, oh, okay, they're just gonna like go on one side and then Sivir's just like running around. Okay, not able to get in the fight. Throwing easily dodgeable boomerangs from one side until they decide to go leave or they go in. Anyway, unfortunate. Okay. Then we go back out and look at this map setup. Okay, so Cassiopeia here is mid lane defending against their play. Maybe she should stay top here. So look, Cassiopeia catches, then groups mid. Probably this is bad. Because look, Ryze is bot lane, so Cassio does not need to be here. Cassio is coming and taking vision through river. Okay, so actually Tristan's smart, right? He's grouping with the team, and we're going to take vision this way instead of her entering the river this way, which is scary because they can't see anybody. Okay, so now Jarvan's basing for wards. All right, now Sivir's basing. And Jarvan does a camp on the way in. Cassiopeia comes back mid again. So there's a second attempt at taking vision. Because it failed the first time, I guess, because we didn't have wards. We take a little bit of bot side here so that Ryze can pressure. Ryze groups, so now we should take all the topside vision in one move. So in this move here, we should take all the vision here and all the vision here. Ryze is grouped. He should like catch mid or he should hide and catch the wave here. And as soon as he catches the wave, he should tell the team, okay, guys, stop. And we should go really deep. And now Ryze shows, but we didn't take vision. Or we did kind of vision, but Cassiopeia didn't go through the short way and catch the wave here. She's going the long way. So I think this is a problem. We should not do this slow in this path. Like Cassiopeia should be catching out of Tribush here with Jarvan grouped with us, and Ryze should be probably catching the wave a little bit safer and pretending to be with us more or being mid lane longer. Anyway, so we also want this catched in advance. Maybe we can shove that wave even deeper and sit on the vision. Okay, so anyway, we reset for more vision, come back out. Now maybe we can set up for deep side vision and play for top tier 2 and mid. So now Cassiopeia is back. She goes into river, sits a little bit. Okay, now she goes top. Oh, she comes back. She does not catch the wave. She gives it. She goes and hides in topside river. Okay, she gives up an entire wave of farm. Okay, here's her second wave of farm. She's giving up. This is like, when we're ahead like this is not good. We shouldn't be, we're playing the map wrong. Ryze is pressuring, by the way, and Karma's grouped. So let's look at the bot setting situation, okay? So Ryze groups. When he groups, Cassiopeia should group so that we can get like solid pressure all the way through here. So he kind of like ungroups and does blue. And so we don't get solid 5-man pressure into here. And then Karma groups because she thinks Ryze is there. Now Ryze is bot, so now they have 5. So now we have to kind of give. So we have to like be a little careful here. Ryze is like, all right, well, I'm pushing for free, so just back off. But then that means we kind of lose mid lane pressure a little bit. We can't be as forceful because they're 5. Okay, now Karma's back bot. And then we're like, oh, there's a dragon up, so we take the dragon. Slows us down even more. It's actually not, it's not like the end of the world, right? It's just like we didn't optimize the last play by a wave or two, and this one was kind of weird because we didn't do the thing we should have done when Ryze was grouped, and then we took the dragon. So then we had to reset again. So now we reset again. See if TP's back. Okay. Meanwhile, Cassiopeia is just kind of like defending vision. Okay. Now we get the push. Ryze has the push. Ryze doesn't have a lot of vision. Kind of scared. All right. We see Corky bot. So now we can do stuff. All right. And we don't have the push up. So obviously, I think the team is playing for Baron instead of top. Yeah, we're playing like a lot around river, but we're not really pushing deep into these turrets here and here. That's probably the reason the team is posturing like this, not because they don't know what to do, but because they have the wrong idea of what our objective is here, which is to hit the top tier turret. And so we're just kind of letting Ryze split push. And I think a big takeaway after this game was Ruin was like, okay, I don't want to do that again. I want to communicate better, and we should play this part better. And everybody agreed that we should. But then Tristan's just like, whatever, I'm sick of this. I'm going to end the game. He lands a sick W right here on top of Zaya. And game over. And then right here, Stixay and Wiggly called to end. Right after we killed her. Right here. They're like, can we end? Come mid, come mid. So they notice how they run mid. And Ruin's like, watch me, watch me, watch me. And so everybody goes on Ruin's call. And we're already like, okay, can we end? Can we end? So they're already hitting the turret. Or notice, like Ray's already hitting the turret. So we clear that turret really fast. And they're like, okay, preserve the minions. But then nobody tanks it. They're like, oh, shoot. We didn't tank it. And then somebody says, can we still finish? And somebody else said, yeah, we can. Because we let this thing hit the minion instead of hitting us. And then Ruin's like basing so he can TP and save a minion. And we're like, oh, we lost the minion. So we can't finish. And then somebody's like, no, the next wave is literally right here. I think we can. And so Vince's like, oh yeah, booyah. So he turns around. And then this time when we get it in, we TP on it. So here comes the first minion. Bam. Saves it. All right. And they don't AoE the wave down. So then all we have to do is keep the minions alive and we can kill the turrets. And game over. All right. That was the game, guys. Hope that you enjoyed it. Pretty straightforward. We had a few things to learn about the split push there. You can see the team executed super well in the early game, decently well in the late game. Ruin decided that his training objective from this game was to essentially run the split push better, make sure that when he groups, Tristan's grouping, and when he's ungrouped, we're applying pressure, and that maybe if they have a better team fight, like they have Karma and we have Ryze, that instead of trying to get advantage so that we can get a fight, we should just pressure in the side lanes more. But it's kind of scary, right? Because we have Cassiopeia, who's kind of like the team fighting champ. We have Ryze, who's kind of like the side lane champ. So it's not super clear or super clean in the game what we should do. But anyway, the team learned a lot from this game, actually a lot, and was really upset with how that whole mid game went. And I think improved a lot on it, as you can see in the C9 game, which we will look at next. So be sure to check out the VOD of the C9 review on my channel. And check out my Mac program, which is in the third iteration of the video course that I made back in 2015 and swiftly turning into an app at the moment.